Hi there, welcome to my channel. This is another part of my series providing a review of all the mods that I've done to my new Canyon Ultimate CFSL disc 8.0 Di2 Aero. Quite a mouthful, right? So this video will be talking a little bit about the Shimano SW-R600 Climbers Switch, which is this baby over here, all right, which is right over here. So this Climbers Switch was ported over from my previous bike, which was also a Canyon Ultimate, but that was a CFSLX with Di2 with rim caliper brakes from the last generation. All right, so these this climbing switch is compatible with the system. It just needs to be plugged in to the ports which are inside the brakes. Now the strange thing about this bike, well, I wouldn't say strange, but the thing about this bike is these climbing shifters need to be installed on the, well, they should ideally be installed on the right side, because this right side controls the rear derailleur and this controls the rear derailleur. It'll be kind of weird if this is on this side. So it should be on this side. However, the cable for this has to run through, and it can't go into the port here because there are only 2 ports. The previous generation, there were 3 ports, so you could use one. But I guess some room had to be made because there is the hydraulic oil reservoir here. So one port has to be sacrificed in the design of this to keep it compact. Now, so both ports are already used for presumably the junction box and the connection to the opposite side. So there is no port over here for this. So I had to run the wire across to the one available port over here, right? So that's what I had to do. And that was a slight problem because the cable had to be stretched quite a lot to reach here. So there is a tension in the wire, which is not great, but there's no choice, all right? Somebody actually put up a suggestion somewhere in a forum which I read that suggested, hey, why don't you just switch this to this side, connect it up to the left side, so that this side you would have one, on the right side you would have one port available. But that is a no-go for this bike, because when you unwrap all this handlebar tape and you look at how the wires are run, you will notice that there is a hole drilled into the handlebar over here for one of the wires to exit and to get connected into the Di2 port over here. And if you were to switch this over to the left side, there is no hole drilled into the handlebar over here for the wire to come out and connect over here. So I am not about to go and drill a hole myself. The other complication is that, you know, the hydraulic brake cables run in here and they run in here. And it is going to be a little bit difficult to move things around, especially with the hydraulic cables in the way of the holes. The hole is tiny. I think it will be a struggle to get the Di2, the end of the cable out and plugged in. So I decided to just leave everything and just stretch the wire a little bit. I think I managed to keep it nice and tidy under the handlebar, so that is not so much of an issue. One other thing that wasn't great about this bike is the length of the hydraulic brake cable, as you see over here, going down to the rear, I think. Yeah, this goes down to the rear. Now this is a little bit excessive. This length of cable here, of the hydraulic cable, it is excessive. It could have been shorter to make everything a little bit neater up front. But that is really quite minor. Other than that, I'm really pleased with this bike. So that's the story for the Di2 shifters. If you want a more detailed installation of this, Sean Miller has a great video. I'll provide a link down below. Check it out. He's got a great video tutorial on how to get this thing installed. Thank you very much for tuning in. Look out for the next installment. Thank you.